Hello and welcome. Today we are at Legoland Billund and we're about to take a look around the Legoredo Town, which is their Wild West city in the heart of Legoland Billund. Now there is plenty of places to grab a bite to eat, sit down and have a drink as well. Now as we go around you'll notice that the hot dog stall and all those little bits and pieces like that look like they're closed. That is because they are, because it is about 4:30 in the afternoon. So these were very, very well used during the day. It was a really nice atmosphere around here. So there's lots to see with regards to the fascia. Now, as we loop round, we'll have a look at all the other bits and pieces at the top. Then we'll come back down and have a look at all the rides. And there is also a new section that has been added to this area, which I would imagine would now be open at the time of this upload going live. So if you could let everybody know in the comments below what that attraction is like and what you think of it, because I do believe it is a build-a-boat racer, which is very similar to what they've got over in Dubai, but I'll run you over that when we get there. So as you can see, lots of really nice fascia with regards to the city bank, and I think you've got a water tower and everything just behind it. Again, these are all different places that you can sit down, just grab a bite to eat. It's very, very well shaded as well, so that's obviously a really nice thing, because when it is hot over in the parks, you do just want to sit down, grab a bite to eat and a drink in the shade as well. But I do like all of the fascia and everything that they've got here. Now, I do believe that this land used to be bigger. Now, where we will pan around in a second and have a look at sort of their stage and their display and things, in the background you'll see what is the haunted house, which is a very, very nice big attraction. I personally think it's much better than the one in Windsor. However, apparently it replaced a ride that used to be everybody's favourite ride, which was like a hill train, like a mine train ride, where it had loads and loads of Lego models. Now, after I've finished doing the voiceover to this, I am now going to actually try and hunt that down on YouTube myself and see what it looks like if I can find an old video. But if you have experienced it for yourself, please let me know what you think, because from what I've heard, that it got to the point of where it needed to be either repaired or replaced, and they decided to replace it rather than repairing it. But when we get up to that top part of the park, you will see probably how it would all be the nice theme. And obviously the haunted house in a massive area, and you can, from what I can gather, where we've got these heads just directly in front, the track would have looped around there, gone all the way around the actual haunted house and everything like that. So please let me know in the comments below if you have experienced that. But I'm going to let you just experience this for a second, look at the size of the Lego model and see what Lego models you can spot dotted all over the grounds. It is a very, very pretty area, and if you keep going up the steps, there is again more places to sit down and grab a bite to eat. Hopefully you can spot all the Lego models that are dotted around all over the place. You're going to have to maybe pause it, rewind it and have a good look. But from what I can gather, you had this area here, and then you had the mine train ride, shall we say, where the haunted house is, and it all had very, very similar theming to everything. So please let us know in the comments below. Now, the history regarding this massive model in the background and the year that it was installed is available in one of the other videos, because underneath one of the tunnels where it takes you from the Miniland over to the sort of Juco area, they have the history of the park with all the dates and everything that gets installed on there. So if you want to find out a little bit more history about the park and when, for example, the coaster and the log flume that we're about to see gets installed, that is all available on a different video, which is available in the Legoland Billund 2022 playlist. Now, as we're coming down, you've got the saloon again, all different eateries. Try to get a little bit of the prices for the burgers and everything like that. It smelt amazing, to be fair. So this area sort of is just a really, really nice place. It's not a place you want to come down when you're really, really hungry, because you'll end up wanting to buy the whole menu. So do be careful as you come down. Now, as we come round, you will see that they've got their Go Figure, I think it's called, which is their minifigs and more store, shall we say, which is what they used to have in Windsor. Now, a full store tour is available in a completely separate video, because it took about 8 minutes to get around. So they've got loads and loads of the minifigure packs that are really hard to find. You've got like the three or four minifigures relating to different themes. You've got the Marvel, the Spider-Man stuff and everything, all within this Go Figure. And then they've got a massive BAM section as well, where you can build up your own minifigures and take them back with you. And they also have a lot of exclusive mini-land sets hidden within there. And also it's a very good place to get a lot of brickheads. So If you want a quieter store to go in and buy some Lego sets from, that would be a place that you can go down to and just get some bits and pieces. So as you can see, what we've just looked at is the sign to the little horses. There's some nice little models on top, but obviously that ride is full of teeny tiny children. I'm not going to be filming on that, obviously. But the shop, the fascia is still to the right hand side, and then we come into the candy floss and the popcorn store, I do believe. So that is another place, if you're not really hungry but just a little bit peckish, that is a good place to go. If you carried on walking in a straight line, that then takes you into the pirate section, but we will loop back round, carry on looking at the food, and then we will cut through after we've had a look at some of the models, and then start having a look at the big rides as well. Obviously we can't film on the rides, you never can at the Legoland parks, but we do get some good shots on the outside with regards to track and things. Now this is a really nice touch because you can enjoy your own food there. So I'm assuming you can just bring your own food in. They've got the places that you can sit down, which is in the shade or obviously covered when it's raining, and you can just bring your own packed lunch with you, which is a really nice thing from Legoland Billund, because I know of certain places like Dubai, for example, went over to not Legoland Dubai, but somewhere else next door there, and they were arguing that the person had brought too much baby powder to add to their milk because it was over a certain amount of limit. So I don't understand what that's all about, but obviously certain theme parks want you to eat their food only, whereas I think that's a really nice touch from Billund. Now this is the new ride. I think this is your sort of raft builder. So you can see, I think what you do is you build your boats, put them at the top, and they've got all the obstacles to come down at the bottom, and you can just see if they can get there without falling apart, and then obviously who then wins the race. And then you've got the sort of the build bays all dotted around the outside. Now I do believe they're adding one here, and they've also started to do one down in the Arctic section, just by where the penguins are as well, which you can see that being built on the full tour. Now if you pay attention to the waterfall, just behind the waterfall the log flume is running, and there he is just there, and so you do get some really nice views on the log flume, and they've got a lot of models and everything within that ride, and they've also got just a single drop as well. Now as we come through, we'll have a look at the Gold Rush section. Some nice little bits and pieces to see within here. This was actually closed off last time I came, so I think what they've done is that they've rebuilt some bits and pieces because that wood looks new, and they've really sort of tidied up this whole area. It looks really good. I think their sort of standards at this park are really high, and it's always so clean, so hopefully that's coming through nicely on the camera as well. So we've just jumped a little bit forward. The log flume's just to the left up there. Now we've got the nice donkey and all the other little bits and pieces that you can see, and again you can see this from the gold mine section, but you can also see this as part of the log flume ride as it loops round and comes down, so you can just see the log flume going, and it takes you up the little lift, and you've got the little drop at the end. So I'm a really big fan of all the theming and how they've done all of this, and with LegoCon just happened, and the fact that they're going to be releasing a new castle and obviously the other sets as well with regards to the space, I wonder maybe one day they might come back to the sort of the western sets and all of those other bits and pieces. But let us know in the comments below what you think, because obviously they've got a lot of different themes at the different Legoland Legoland parks, shall we say. They don't actually sell the sets at the stores, so let us know what you'd like to make a return back after the LegoCon that has just happened. But I think the theming from this is really nice. Now, log flume to the left hand side, this way you've got the drop, so hopefully we will get a log flume coming down. But you can see how low they are from where we were, and then you've got the chain that takes you up, and then you've got a nice sort of snake bit across where you can see the fascia directly in front. And then you just drop down, you get a little bit wet, and then you've got all the models to their left, our right hand side, and then it pans round and then basically just finishes. The drop is right at the very end. But it's a nice ride, and the one in Germany I think potentially is maybe the best one that I've been on. I think the one in Windsor is maybe a little bit better than the one in Billund, but the one in Billund I think has more models. But until you've done them, it's one of those. But each park has an amazing log flume, which is really nice to see. So carrying on, toilet block to the right hand side just there. Now we've got the big coaster directly in front of us, and then you've got the entrance and things to the left hand side for the log flume. Now we are going to have a look at some of the big old models that they've got just here as well. I would like if they had some of the plaques so it actually let you know how long it took them to build, like the family of these and everything else, but they tend to leave that for the actual stores or obviously all the mini land information. But I always find it interesting just to stop and read the effort that gets put into all of these models. Now, you can see the size of this ride. I do believe this actually looped around twice. So it's a ride that I've still yet to get on, so it is on my list of things to do and try and get on. But I am starting to run out of time, guys. So if you can like and subscribe and all that good stuff, that'd be absolutely fantastic. In the comments below, let us know what you think of this area of the park. Have you been? Is that new area of the ride open? Is that area of the park open where you've got to make your boat rides, take them down the water? And if so, is it good fun? Did you win? What do you think? Let everybody know in the comments, because obviously people are starting to book their holidays now. And they're going to be coming over to visit Billund, obviously, until sort of Christmas time. So it's always helpful for everybody else. And I want to know what I have missed with regards to that gold mine ride and just how good was it. But I am now going to leave you to this roller coaster shooting round, guys. So as always, thank you very much for watching. You guys take care, and I'll catch you in the next one. Ta-da.